Sarah Richardson here, cheerleader for the divine. If you don't know it, whew. These hearts, huh? I love your beautiful heart. If you just see the very beginning of this, I love your beautiful heart. Our hearts are trying to open up and receive what we desire, and that takes a lot of work. And so I love you guys. I love you. You know, I ask a lot. You know, this whole love thing was really hard for me, and that's why I learned to be able to talk to you guys, is because, you know, I asked a lot of questions to try to open up to love and receiving love and learning what love really is and what it all really means, right? And, you know, it's like this outrageous openness, right? It's like this, I don't know, like this infinite possibility place, right? Inside your heart and your heart's desires, you know, those are a lot of things that people think aren't real. And they are real, right? And, you know, some people say, well, you know, if your heart's desires are real, then how come it doesn't happen to me? You know, maybe you have a hard time receiving, right? And so just ask, you know, let's open our hearts. You want to open your heart with me today? You know, I sit down with love and I ask for the things that I want. Those are the things I ask for. You know, I don't do this stuff myself, guys. Love helps me do this. When I ask these questions, love helps me to navigate the questions. And I love you. So just say, dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what is needed, and I am open to receive. Oh. You know, our words mean a lot. And, you know, we can use our words however we want to. I know I can get down in the name of love sometimes out here, right? But I also really do try to focus in and ask questions that are, you know, desires in my heart. You know, open me to your will, to love's will. You know, a lot of times we're running out here and we think that we're creating this thing, and it's not really like love's will for us. So it's a little bit harder than necessary, right? And a lot of people out here are wanting that in their lives, but unable to receive that in their lives. And I feel you and I love you. And even deeper, I know what it is on an energetic level, right? So, you know, right now, everyone's working on their relationship within themselves with the light and the dark. Everyone. Every single person out here is being faced with some really major things. And I send out so much love. You know, I know that there is a lot of doubt, unhappiness, pessimism, you know, workaholicness, personal breakdowns all over the place. You know, people not feeling joy, happiness, and peace in their lives, right? It's so, you know, when you work on this relationship within yourself of the light and the dark, the reflections outside of yourself are going to show you where you need to be when you need to be there, right? And it's about just fully embracing and loving yourself, who you are, through all that you are, through all that you've been through the shadows. You know, people say shadows, they don't understand what that means. Like the roots and where you come from, the secrets that are in there, the dis-ease, the disharmony within you that maybe you don't know where it came from. It was a secret. What you saw played out in life was not the same feeling that you feel inside your root. It is the doubt. It is the unhappy. It is the pessimism. It is that workaholicness where I'm just going to ignore everything and just work and make as much money as I want to. I was that person. You know, when you are out here breaking down, you know, that's the leaning into the dark side of you, right? The breaking down, the not good enough, the not energetic enough, the not, you know, doing well enough, right? Those are you feel shame in there. You feel mistakes in there. You feel guilt in there. You feel maybe some anger and maybe some rage in there, right? But, you know, you have to learn how to nurture you in that guilt, in that shame, in that rage, in that thing that comes to you, right? And so maybe you don't always get it right away. That's okay. Next time it comes in, grab it, right? Ask yourself, when you're in these dark places and you're learning to nurture yourself in these dark places, ask yourself in those places feel good questions for you. Questions that make you feel good. Maybe affirmations that make you feel good. Maybe do something that makes you feel good, right? Whether that be food or exercise or rest or friends or whatever, however you do it, do that. You know, when you're in that darkness, when you're in that space, a lot of people are hiding in that space. A lot of people are hiding that part of them, right? And that's where you find your worth. In the darkness of you, in the mistakes of you, in the shame of you, in the guilt of you, in the not really sure if I did that right part of you, that's where you find that you really are worth it. Like, you've been worth it all along. You've been it. You know, you realize when you go in the darkness, in your own darkness, and you nurture that, and then you start to really love that about you, that you really are perfect just the way you are. And like, how crazy that when you have this energy in you, that energy can hold you back from being your best self. You know, that's the only reason why I talk about this, not to dive into, you know, what anybody did wrong in the past or whatever. It's just fear and love, right? Fear and love energy swirling around. It's just ease and dis-ease. You know, I want people to feel at ease from places of dis-ease. There's a lot of dis-ease in the roots. There's a lot of dis-ease in the sacral chakra. There's a lot of dis-ease in the solar plexus chakra. And so what that does is that makes the body not be at a place of ease. You can find ease in your body. And then ease will come to you in your life. You want to heal. You want to have healthier ways. Or you wouldn't even come here. You wouldn't even come on my videos if that's not what you wanted. You know, when I was sitting down writing this message, so like I do my whole thing and I sit down and connect to love and I write these messages, and you know, right when I got to the emotional hurt part and how the emotional hurt affects our health, I always listen to Streetwise on Pandora. I love it. And that song came on, He Saw the Best in Me, when everyone else around could only see the worst in me. And, you know, I don't look at God as just being a he, right? But even still, that song makes me cry because, you know, that's what this is that in your shadows, it could feel like everyone is just saying the worst things about you and everything that you do wrong and everywhere that you make a mistake. You know, like when you're deep in these shadows, like people are really bringing these things to your face, to your plate, to your door, to your window. You know, it's like, this is what you did and this is how you made me feel, and it's in the shadows of you, right? And so, you know, I just want to remind you that love does see the best in you. I'm telling you right now, I was trained to see the best in you, and so that's how I know that love just sees the best in you, right? No matter, you know, the shadow side of you is the mistakes, right? And then in that, learning that there are really no mistakes. And that's a really big area, right? So when you go from like the place of like all these mistakes to learning that there really are no mistakes, what you have to go through to get to there are no mistakes is a lot of the mistakes that you feel inside of you, in your shadows, in the lower side of you, the earthly side of you, right? You know, so to free yourself, you just sit with the doo-doo. Sit with what hurts. Sit with what feels so uncomfortable. Sit with what feels so gross. Sit with what you want to just jump out of your skin about, right? Just sit, and ask questions. What can I do with this? Show me what to do with this. Show me how to help myself. Show me what this means. Show me what I'm supposed to learn. Whatever your question is, ask that question in that place. Your emotions, you know, emotional hurt is going down out here in the name of love. There's a lot of people going through a lot of emotions. They're holding them in, and it's affecting their health. And so many people think that they can't be happy. Like, so many people think that with what's going on the news, and with what's going on in the world, and, you know, all the whatevers, that they really can't be happy. You know, to come out here and be happy would be like blasphemy, right? But that's not it. You're not alone in that feeling, but that's that low energy in the root that's saying, like, you know, that doubt, that pessimism, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about believe in yourself, trust in yourself. You are enough. There are no mistakes. You are worthy. That shadow is fucking sexy. That shadow in you is sexy. I'm telling you it is. And it's in a weird way. It's in a loving way. It's in a forgiveness of all, like, you know, when you can get rid of the weight that shame leaves inside of you, that shit is like super free. But it's a process that goes on within yourself. Like, it's a release from a cellular level all the way outside of yourself, right? So you have to love yourself through that. And so if we're giving ourselves a hard time and giving ourselves a hard time and giving ourselves a hard time, we could feel drug out. You know, instead of giving yourself a hard time, notice where you give yourself a hard time and try to give yourself a little bit of extra love right there. You know, whatever you're going through, I want you to get in your heart about it. So whatever it is that's going on in your life right now that seems like it might be a giant catastrophe, I want you to take that thing and imagine wrapping it up in a bubble and pulling it into your heart and being like, all right, heart, let's have a meeting about this. This is going on. This is bothering me and disturbing me in my heart, and I want to figure it out with you, please. For the highest and greatest good for all, right? You know, and sometimes when you ask your heart for the truth of a situation, sometimes the truth can be piercing. But we're manifesting our heart's desires. You know, we're trying to build the belief within our own selves, right? And a lot of times in that place, that takes blocking out a lot of other people. That takes, you know, being still and being in your own lane with love, in your own lane with your connection, right? You know, don't let your mind keep you stuck. Your heart's desires are real. Your heart's desires are real. I'm telling you, your heart's desires are real. It just takes a little work to work around through it, you know? Because if you put your hand on your heart, you know, a lot of people I talk to, they don't even know what their heart desires. And that's okay, I didn't either. And your heart's desires can change a lot sometimes and not change for a long time sometimes, and like there's no rules, right? And so, you know, if you don't know what your heart's desires are, put your hands on your heart and ask, heart, what do you desire? Show me what I desire. Show me what will bring passion and joy and happiness and peace into my life. Show me. Show me, please show me. Be fucking relentless. You know, be fucking relentless with God. Every day, I'm like, all right, we're waking up again. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me how to handle all this stuff that's coming to me that I don't know how to handle. Show me. Show me. Show me. And then if I didn't get it by like noon, I'm like, I didn't get it yet. Can you show me? Can you show me? Can you show me? But I'm telling you, try to like chill a little bit in it too, because it seems like when I finally do chill, that's when it comes in. And that's when the answer comes. Needed your message today. I love you. I love you so much. It's all inside. Everything is inside of us. Everything we really need is inside of us. And I know that sounds so cliche. And I know it's so hard to learn how to work it and figure it out with all the other things that are going on. But guys, connecting to love is incredible. It's incredible. I mean, you can connect to love and you can clear your pipes. You can connect to love and you can send love. You can connect to love and you can create more love. You know, there's so much. You know, and when I'm connected to love, it's like this divine intelligence, right? Way past anything that I can even explain, right? But yet there's like this solid integrity within me too, in the connecting to love, right? And so that's like, you know, my honesty within myself in here, you know, my moral principles, the strong moral principles in me. And, you know, being mindful that when I'm out here and I'm manifesting and I'm creating in the name of love, that I do no harm to other people along the way. I never want my creation to harm another. I never want another to be harmed by my creation. And only God can see every angle like that, every aspect like that, right? So I always put that in. You know, do no harm to others. Love knows. Love knows if you're doing harm to others or not. We do have that happening out here, and I highly suggest that you are putting some protection up around you right now. You know, the energy is pretty wild, and so if I were you, I would put up protection. If you don't know what that is, ask. If you know. But definitely right now, I would be I have been putting up protection around me and mine, and I highly suggest that you do the same thing for you and yours. That's all I feed that. So, think about the way you think, right? Your thought process. Like, if you need to, you know, get a journal, write down your thoughts every 10 minutes, write down what you're thinking every 10 minutes. You'll be fucking astonished to see what you can think about in a few hours, right? Think about if the way you're thinking is going against the way that your heart desires your life to be. Meaning, are you thinking about all the things that you don't want and then feeling let down because you're getting more of that, or you're not getting what you want, right? Or are you thinking about what you do want? Can you take what you don't want and make an improved situation from that? So like if the unwanted is coming into your life, that should cause you to ask for an improved situation, no matter what that is, right? So something in your life happens that you don't want to happen, right? Fuck, that sucks. We're in the doo-doo, right? Shit. We were good. Now we're in the doo-doo. Boom. Just like that, it happens. And so from that place, can you, because it's up to you, can you think of an improvement in this situation? And then think for that. And then think that that's going to happen somehow. Somehow this situation is going to improve, right? Because what that does is that shifts your vibration. It shifts your vibration toward your desires and away from the unwanted, right? So the unwanted happens to come and shift us more to what we do want. And like in the process of that, in the humanness of that, fucking hurts sometimes. You gotta nurture all the stuff that you don't want. You gotta nurture all the bad feelings and the doubt and the fear and the criticism and the self-worth and all of that stuff. You have to nurture all of that to get to what your heart wants. And expand through your heart to unimaginable places, sitting right here in the same self. It's amazing. I know many feel off right now. I know many don't feel stable in their lives. I send so much love. I know a lot of people are feeling sick. I know a lot of people are feeling lack. I send so much love. I know there's so many people right now working themselves to death. I send so much love to that. I know there are so many people out here ignoring important relationships in their life. I send so much love to that. We must nurture ourselves, guys. However we do it, however you do it, you must nurture yourself and you must nurture the environment around you. Whatever that means to you. And then when you do that, you know, a lot of people that I meet, they're going through so much and their hearts are so big and they just want to help so many people, right? But you have to nurture yourself so you can nurture others the way you want to be nurtured. That solidness of the nurturing, not that scattery nurturing, that solid, real solid nurturing, because you nurture you that way. It's wild how it works. I'm telling you guys, my whole purpose here is to learn how to love me and nurture me better. I was not good at this. I was not good at self-love, and I was not good at nurturing myself. Especially not in the doo-doo. No way. I was getting out of that shit and going the other way. That's why I talk about it all the time. Always think up. Don't let your mind keep you in the doo-doo. You know, sometimes that not for you energy is just telling you stop and explore your feelings for a little bit. Stop and feel what's going on in your life. You know, your life can't miss you. So if something happens in your life and it's not for you, you know, we have to learn how to, in a healthy way, disconnect from that to keep doing what we desire in our hearts. This is my Moana seashell. Because in my heart, I just want to be at the beach with my feet in the sand right there at the edge, you know? Right there at the edge where the water comes up on your feet a little bit. And then I want to throw my shell out and I want the water to move. And I want to throw it out a little bit more and see all the turtles. It's in my heart. It's in my heart. It's been in my heart for so long, and there's a movie that shows me what I want, right? It's funny. You know, there's a lot going on with intimate connections right now. I send so much love. I send so much love. I love your fucking guts. The intimate connections are the womb space, you know, and I know a lot of people message me and I love you. I love you all. I love all of your fucking guts. I know a lot of people are feeling like they don't have a solution, you know, like there's conflict in their life and they have no solution to it. You know, like there's so many emotional wounds, so much drama and chaos going on, right? I send so much love, and that's the secrets in the womb. That's what's in there. That's what, you know, that's what that causes in your life. That's what it does. And so, you know, people are out here just wanting so bad with their hearts to have true emotional connections, like real connections, you know? And I love you for that, because when you want better, true emotional connections, you need to make that connection with yourself better and more true, and then those connections will just come right to you super easy. self-love keeps friendships alive and well. You know, through the dark and the light. You know, those through the dark and the light friends, those are the best. You know, those are the best to my heart, because they love you when you're celebrating yourself, and they love you when you're all the way down in the dirt not feeling like you're shit, right? We all need that in our lives. And we can all be that for other people in their lives too, if we can fill ourselves up. Inner wounds create desperation energy. So, you know, whatever is hurting you, you know, even if it's not like seeming like it's affecting your life, it's affecting your life somehow in the energetic terms. You know, that other person could feel like a desperation energy in your, you know, this desperation energy from this wound. It can't be filled from somebody. So a lot of people are getting into these intimate connections thinking that this person is going to fill that wound, but that's not how it works. Like, that just creates this like fiery other thing that you gotta learn from. You know, how do you see love outside of yourself? You know, when you look outside of yourself and you see the love that's in your life, how do you see that? What is that for you? You don't have to tell me, you can write it down. You know, how are you relating to the issues that are in your life? You know, that's this true emotional connection with yourself. You know, everybody is out here and they want these true emotional connections, but they don't have a true emotional connection with themselves. Like, they don't even really know like what they love, what they don't really like. I mean, they know like certain like focal points, but not real deep. You have to get a true intimate connection with yourself. How, you know, how you relate to the issues in your life sometimes is the issue, right? I know sometimes when I'm dealing with issues in my life, I am the issue in that issue. If you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, the issue will make me be the issue. You know, what are you really experiencing around love and connection with others in your life? You know, how do you feel about the love and the connection that you have to others in your life? And, you know, if you take a look at that right there will, you know, kind of mirror back to you about the love and the connection that you have inside of with yourself. You know, when you ask yourself, you know, what am I really experiencing around love and connections in my life? Does it feel like a flow, or does it feel like it tightens up on you? That's the answer, right? So if it's a flow, then you're good. You're flowing with love. If it's a tightening, then you're afraid and you're restricting off. And that guarded heart is, you know, kind of keeping you away from your heart's desires. So like you're just kind of in your own way. Staying in your heart, you know, helps you with emotional focus. You know, when something comes up and rattles your nerves, that's because you need to give it more emotional focus. You know, I've had a lot of things in the past month or so come up and really rattle me down, right? And that's because I needed to put more emotional focus there, and I wasn't. You know, be still. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You know, there's not anyone out here that you have to prove anything to. I know some people feel like they don't have to prove anything to anyone, but then when they really sit with themselves, they're like, fuck, man, like, I thought I had to prove this to my mom or my dad or my neighbor or my uncle or my grandpap or whatever, and you don't even realize that you have these things with you that you feel like you need to prove something to somebody, and that's why you might feel like you're a failure, or you might feel shame or guilt about something because you feel like you let another down. But really, when you lean into love, none of that matters. Burnout is real, guys, and a lot of people right now are burning out, stressed out. Stress kills people. Please try to love yourself more. Please try to do something else that makes you feel better. Think something that makes you feel better. Eat something that makes you feel better. Be around people that make you feel better. Do something that makes you feel better. Allow yourself to rest in stillness. When there is a lot of chaos going on around me, I have to be still. I have to be still. I call love to be all around me. It's like it puts me right in the middle of the ocean, protected from all the sharks. Meditate. Take care of your mind. Take care of your body. Getting this relationship within it's a lot. You're getting a relationship with love. You're getting a relationship with the light and the darkness within you. You're getting a relationship with the masculine and the feminine within you. You're getting in touch with this teacher and this student in you, with the hurt and the hope in you. It's deep. It goes deep. In all this finding the relationship in you, you can feel like in between. You can feel like you're in this like part magical, so bright and vivid world, and then this part so gloomy and doomy and just ugh, right? And so when you feel like you're in that in-between place and you're not sure which way you're going, put yourself in a little love bubble and just chill and be still and relax. Just love you more. Ask love, divine source. Help me know all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan, and the right actions will come. I love you guys because we're all connected, man. I love you. I love you. I want you to ask in about yourself. I want you to ask for help to release the things that you don't need, the things that are holding you back from your own heart's desires. Whatever you're wanting with your heart and wishing with your heart, I'm putting so much love on that. I know that to get from the programs that we were raised in to our heart's desires is a lot of work. I'm sending you so much love. I know that there's a lot going on out here today. I'm excited, guys. I'm in love with my life. Tonight I go to work and I get to shine and show out. And I love my people that I'm around. I don't really fool with too many people, but the people I do fool with, I really do love them. I'm getting excited. I'm trying to incorporate some new stuff into me and True's life here pretty soon. Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you at the beginning. So you guys know True fell the other day, a couple days ago, and she fell straight down on her tailbone. Now, it was a big lesson. It's like a lot to do with today. It's like a lot of like the bottom dropping out from underneath you, crashing up against the concrete on your tailbone. Like, that feeling. That's how this shadow work and this root work can feel sometimes. And so anyways, we went swimming and she was feeling a little bit better. And then I gave her a massage the other night and I noticed that her hips and her legs were super tight, like compared to the rest of her body. And so I couldn't get it to loosen up and it was real ticklish. I couldn't even really fool with it too much. When it's ticklish, it hurts, right? And so I went to my wizard and I was like, listen, True did this. Do you think I should wait or bring her in? He was like, bring her in. So today I took her in to get adjusted. And, sometimes, guys, with your kids, those little minor fender bender little accidents that they have can really mess up their spine. So, please look into chiropractic and learn about it and stuff like that, because I think a lot of the things that we have to go through as adults, are just because our spines have gotten out of line along the way. I was a pretty rough kid. We did all kind of really crazy shit. I never got my spine aligned. And it just makes such a big difference. I was asking him, I was like, so, what do you think would have happened? He's like, well, you're always standing on your legs and the energy would have went into the middle of the back and that would have caused problems back there. And I'm like, it's just so cool. It's so cool. I know that we're going through this thing of, the light and the dark. I know that we're learning to embrace that in the all of us. Wow, we got these kids and they're having accidents and all these things are happening. And everything is everything. Everything means something to the everything. You're welcome, love. I know it's tough. I do. I really do. And I know that love will help you. I know that if you just ask love to help you, that you will get help. I know that. I know, you just have to ask. You have to ask. You know, I didn't know how to receive. You have to ask to learn. I'm still learning. So be patient on yourself in the learning process, right? Sometimes I'm like, damn, bitch, are you slow? Like, what is going on? You know, I love you guys, you know, and we do need to be in alignment. And so if there's something going on in your physical body, you know, get your spine aligned. I go all the time and get my spine aligned. I mean, I do it mostly because of my work, but I'm huge on that. You know, all the rest of this stuff is really hard that I talk about if your body hurts. You know, find a chiropractor near you that does network spinal analysis. It is the best. Find somebody who does it. A lot of massage therapists do it, like me. You just ask around, you know, if that's another thing. If you just ask, find me someone that does network. I bet you that it comes to you. That's how love works. You know, when I was begging to be healed in my knee, that's what came to me. I don't know. That's the only reason why I share it. I really do. You know, it's simple. You know, the things, the best things in life, it's not stuff. You know, the best things in life are joy, happiness, peace, flow, ease. You know, today I have been in the doo-doo for real. I have the 396 hertz on right now. I shared it on Facebook. I've been in the doo-doo for real. And like, today I woke up super thankful for True's dad, and like nothing even happened. I don't know, you know, that's like that divine inspiration. I'm like, well, I don't know, something's going on. I guess we'll just roll with it. Thank you. You know, part of me went off into the, I was like, go get back on track. You know, I love you guys because we're all connected. I'm going to go get some Indian food before class. Anybody want to talk about anything in the shadows? Anybody want to message me in private about the shadows? I'm here for it. You know, your shadows aren't as weird as you think. Your shadows aren't a mistake. Your shadows make you fucking incredible. I'm telling you right now. Because my shadows make me pretty dope. So, if you want to talk shadows, alignment, spine, whatever, I love it. You know, if you want to lighten your body from this heavy energy, I love it. You know, I'm all about the art of release. That's the whole name of my game. I love you guys. One love.